Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Taee TV and my video.
High school was
I'm
4
going
years
to
ago.
be reacting to these TikTok story times compilations. My first time watching these. I'm gonna give my honest thoughts. Let's get into it.
I just graduated, so get ready with me while I talk about
Her
my
high
high school
school was
experience
4
was
years
just
of
terrible,
fire.
and so you don't make the same mistakes I did. A little bit of backstory: I moved here when I was in 8th grade in 2021, in the middle of COVID. I finished 8th grade online and didn't really get the chance to meet any friends. But over the summer, I met these two girls that lived in my neighborhood. Let's call them Daisy and Sunny.
Okay.
Daisy and Sunny were actually so sweet. I was so excited to have met them. I was especially excited because they were going to be in my grade and going to the same high school as me in the fall. They had known each other for forever. They've been best friends since birth. For them, actually, was the first time I ended up meeting this other girl. We're going to call her Blair. Now, Blair was, actually drop-dead gorgeous. When I very first met her, I noticed she would be, whispering to her other friends about me, but I didn't think much of it because, I'm a new girl and, I wasn't going to say anything about it, and she seemed sweet when she would talk to me. I just told myself, I'm overthinking, but, I always overthink, right? Right? Wrong. So when the school year started, I was sitting with Blair, Daisy, Sunny, we all had a class together, and then there was two other girls that also sat with us. Now, mind you, I'm the only one that looks like me in this table at this group,
She's the only one that looks like her.
I just felt kind of I didn't belong, but I was just happy to have friends. Now, one day, one of the girls had invited their guy friends to come and sit with us. Out of nowhere, Blair asked him, "Who do you think is the least attractive girl at this table?" And he looked dead at me and goes, "I don't like black girls, so you." And that's fine. That is completely fine, right? Whatever. But what bugged me is that Blair had known, he makes it very known he's not attracted, interested in black girls. She had heard him say that before. So for her to ask him that, in front of all of us, knowing that was going to be his answer, felt targeted towards me. So I was just
targeted.
Whoa, okay, so this is not the space for me. When I moved here, this was the first time I'd gone to a school that was mostly diverse and not mostly white, where I grew up in Texas and Florida and Ohio. The schools were all predominantly white, the areas were all predominantly white. So when I was having this interaction in a predominantly black school, I was like, this is not going to be where I am. This does not feel like where I belong. And then what gagged me is when I didn't reply to him or respond to him, the girls at the table were like, "Did you hear what he said?" I heard it. Trust.
She heard
nothing
it.
to say back to it.
She heard it.
That will be just the beginning of my issues with Blair. That is just the very first thing that happened. That was only the very first month. So come back for part two, where I tell you how I became the school board and lost all my friends.
Here are top 5 reasons why I got my phone taken away as a teenager, and please tell me I'm not the only one who experienced number 1.
She got her phone taken away as a teenager. Let's see why.
29% on my first chem quiz.
29% on her
Before you judge,
first
I did
chem
not know what was
quiz.
going on during the chem unit, and to be honest, I do have somewhat of a passion for chemistry. It's great as a falling asleep podcast, so lots of napping happened in that class. Nothing to do with my phone though, but I'll let it slide. Number 4, I was listening to too much music. God forbid a girl try to escape from the noises of the world.
Of course, if you're going to make it obvious,
maybe
you're
listening
going
to
to get your
Malamba at the dinner
phone
table with my
taken
grandma
away. You
was
can't
not the
listen
best
to
time,
music if
but
the teacher
she might have liked
tells you not to.
it. Number 3, my parents were in a bad mood. When your parents are mad, sometimes your existence will just set them off, so I unfortunately was just in the same room as them. Number 2, because I said so. At this point, please just don't even give me a phone. I feel like this is what parents say when they run into logical arguments, but to this day I still don't know how to respond, so please let me know if you crack the code. And finally, number 1, they took my phone because they found out about my grade 8 situationship. You know how sometimes when you fall out your phone, whether it's texting your fine stripe or just a cute anime video, and then your parents will be like,
at that
"What are
point
you
in
smiling
time,
at?"
they
Well,
are.
unfortunately for me, that time I was talking to my fine stripe and they took my phone out of nosiness. Emergency situations call for desperate measures, so I literally just started crying. And I think I went on a rant about how chemistry was making me depressed so that they would focus on me instead of the phone. Honestly, my parents are smart people, so they probably found some way and saw my text with bro. Or maybe not, because I thought of a plan
She
and
thought
I
of a
created
plan.
fake text messages.
Fake text
If enough people care, I'll make a video about that too. Don't do dumb stuff on your phone. Love you guys. Bye.
Story time about how a girl followed me around school just to fight me over
Girl
this nigga.
followed her
Okay, so it's my
around
sophomore year of high
school
school,
to
and I
attack
used to have
her.
this Spanish class, and we used to do anything in that class. We never paid attention to that teacher. So it would be like me and like the people in the back of the class. We all used to be playing Uno. We all used to be talking, just chatting it up. Like it was like a little group or whatever. It was no group chat. It was nothing crazy. It was just Spanish class friends.
Spanish class
So
friends.
one day the boy would come up to me, and the girl, I'm gonna give her a name. I'm gonna give her a fake name. I'm gonna call her like Star. So he came up to me and Star one day was asking us for advice about his girlfriend, saying how she don't be wanting to have female friends and how it be so controlling, how he's so tired. Basically just telling us about his girl, how he's tired of her or whatever.
Okay.
So I tell him that, you know, I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you gotta respect their boundaries, but you
That's
also
right.
him. So if you wanna have
That's
friends
right.
and like, you know, friends, like you should communicate with her.
Yeah,
I
of
wasn't
course.
trying to break them up. I wasn't trying to say nothing smart. I was just
That's
letting
right.
them know the real. Either you communicate or you do what you want to do. So after that, I'm thinking that shit's okay. It ain't like he done said anything to me about the girl not liking me or whatever. So it's like the next day or whatever. Okay, so I'm thinking I had pink eye this morning. So I decided to ask my teacher for a pass to go to the nurse. I'm trying to go home early.
You trying to go
I'm
home
walking to the
early?
nurse, and this girl is walking behind me, and she calls my name.
This girl's
Well, she
walking
doesn't call my
behind. She
name. I don't
calls
think
your
she knew my name. She
name.
was like, "Excuse me," but then I turn around. So then I'm like,
Right.
hey, and then she asked me to come talk to her in the corner or whatever.
In the
So I went over
corner.
there to go talk to her. She starts asking me if I fuck with this boy, and because he's been telling her that I've been flirting with him, and
Really?
I won't leave
He
him
told her
alone,
that,
and
and she
I'm
won't
so
leave
upset.
him
I'm just
alone.
like gagged because flirting.
Right.
I barely spoke to this nigga. Like, we never talked outside the Spanish class. So it was very mind-boggling to me that she told me that I was flirting with him.
That's right.
Right after I told her, I gave you that advice. Right after I gave you that advice, you gonna tell that bitch I was flirting with you?
Shaking my
That
head.
blows
That's
me
messed
to
up.
this day. So obviously I told the girl I'm not fucking with the boy. Like, I don't flirt with him. He's lying. That never happened. We don't really
Shaking
talk.
my
We
head.
have Spanish class together. I kept it a buck. I kept it real. In my
That's
head,
not
I
her
was
time.
just thinking maybe she just didn't want him talking to all these girls, so he just made the excuse like she just keep talking to me, she keep talking to me. But I never kept talking to him. Like, it was really just we was cool. Like, you was talking to all of us in the group. I don't know why you made it seem like I was flirting with him. Boom. So she goes, oh, okay, and then I guess she leaves to go ask him or confront him about it. So I go back to the nurse's office because I think I have pink eye. So she tells me it's not pink eye. I'm in the nurse's bathroom and I'm rinsing out my eye with some water. And the girl comes into the nurse's office and she's like,
She came into the nursing office.
well, I just spoke to him and he told me you were lying. And I'm in the mirror like, okay. And she's like, well, I'm just going to believe my man over you, and I'm just going to say, you need to stop talking to him. And I'm just like, okay, girl. Like,
Okay, she said okay.
still wash my eye because what do you want me to even say to that? What would y'all even say to that? Like, there's nothing that you can say to that. But okay. Mind y'all, I'm still standing there washing my eye, and she's still standing in the nurse's office, just talking.
Just
I was
talking.
giving her
She's
a
still
dry ass
talking.
because I stopped giving a fuck. After we left from outside, after I told her ass I wasn't talking to that nigga, I stopped giving a fuck. So I guess when the nurse like sees that it's getting some tension, she's like, hey, is everything okay? She asked the girl like, what are you in the nurse's office for? Do you have a pass?
Right.
She's like, oh, I came to bed. And I'm just like, and then
No,
I
you
walk
didn't.
out.
And she
The girl
walked
talking
out.
shit like, hey, you keep fucking with her. I forgot what she was saying, but I was walking down the hallway, she was walking down the other hallway. I turned around, I'm like, I do not want to fuck with your nigga, if that's what you think. I just said, very loud, I have to be very clear. I do not want to fuck with that nigga. She's like, do you want to fight that? I'm like, fight for what? Like, I'm lost as shit.
Like, she's lost.
This is my first year really being in
This is her
school in
first
Baltimore.
year.
So I know this is really like this.
This was in
So then she
Boston.
came up, and then we both hit each other at the same time. And then literally, it was like so quick. The coach came and body slammed us both on the ground.
Whoa.
Like, we broke up.
The coach
I guess he was
body
right next to
slammed.
us when we started fighting. I don't know where the fuck he came from. It was real fast. But to be honest, nobody won that fight. And that man made that girl look crazy. He would always talk shit about her in class and talk about how she was a bad girlfriend and say how she was crazy.
That's right.
And I just feel like out of all the people, why he?
Originally, like, you guys, I'm gonna be grounded for a whole year. Yes, a whole year. Like, starting today. So, yesterday, I was gonna be hanging out with, like, friends and going to a party. And I didn't tell my mom, which is, like, where I messed up. So, I was
Yeah.
like 6, but before I left my house, my mom was, like, super on edge. Like, she kept on coming in my room, literally, no joke, every 10 minutes while I was
Every
doing
10
to
minutes.
go out. And she'll tell me, like, why are you doing makeup? Why are you getting ready? Which is weird because, like, I low-key do my makeup all the time and don't go anywhere. So after she kept on, like, being weird, I was debating even going. I was like, I don't know if I want to go anymore. I texted my friends and they were saying, just come, it's gonna be fine. Like, she's just paranoid right now. Okay, so I went back here and then I snuck out using my window. And I made it into my friend's car and then I started looking like panicking. I was like, oh my god. When we get into trouble for mom catch me, it's not. Then my friends and I go out. We're out for like 1, max 2 hours.
Really?
When I then start hearing, like, feeling the vibration of my phone going off,
She
like,
gets the
someone's
vibration
calling
of
me.
her phone.
No joke, my
Someone's
stomach
calling her.
really
It's
felt
her
me,
mom.
but I already knew who it was. I grabbed my phone and I looked at it, and just as I expected, it was my mom calling. I obviously couldn't answer because I was
She
at a
couldn't
party
answer
during
because
music.
she
My
was at
mom
the
would
party.
just start going crazy. My friends, we had to go, so we left super quick. We got in the car, and while we got in the car, that's when I ended up calling my mom. As soon as I answered the phone, my mom just automatically started yelling, like, I got it. She's like, what are you doing out this late? What are you guys doing?
Where are you?
Not in here. Like, she was
She made her
going
happy.
crazy.
She was
Oh
going
my
off
God,
on
I tried to
her.
calm my mom down, and my friends are looking at me horrified because, you know, like, if you have your phone loud enough on your, like, on the ear, like, they can hear. They could hear my mom yelling at me. So my mom was like, you got 5 minutes to get home. If you're not here in 5 minutes, you're, like, in deep trouble. Mind you, I was 30 minutes away from my house.
She was 30
And
minutes.
all of a sudden, I make my friends speed to my house. Like,
That's
I
right.
don't want to get in a car accident. So literally, as soon as I got to the house, like, as soon as I pulled up, I saw my mom running outside. She
Oh.
opens the car door and snatches me and literally drags me back in the house. Like, I'm not joking. She literally dragged me into the house. Like, my butt was getting scraped on the floor.
Dang.
Like, I'm not lying. And once I got inside, I got chewed out
Crazy.
more than the phone and getting dragged into the house. My mom said, give me your phone, so you guys probably wondering I'm recording. My mom's at work, so I found the phone at the house. So she took away my phone and she said that I'm grounded for the next year. She's considering sending me to boarding school because I've been misbehaving so much.
She's been
Anyways,
misbehaving.
look, and yeah, that's how I'm gonna be grounded for a year, so good for me.
Dang.
One of the most traumatic alcohol-related situations that I was ever in with an ex-friend of mine was we were vlogging on our way back from an event, and we were driving my car. And we were leaving this event, and I was like really, really sad about it because we were going separate ways from a lot of our friends, and I just kind of like started crying. I hadn't seen this person in like a while. I had no idea that they were struggling with alcohol. Like, I thought when we were going to this event that weekend, like we were just going to be partying it up like normal. Nothing could have prepared me for the issues that ended up happening that weekend that I had to deal with. So I was processing a lot in real time and kind of like really, really in denial because I was like, there's no way. During the road trip, our plan was to just switch driving halfway. I was going to drive the first half, they were going to drive the second half. As we're starting the road trip, I kind of noticed like my friend is talking a little weird. They kind of weren't even registering that I was crying. They were going on their own tangent for the vlog, but it made no sense. I quickly realized I needed to turn the camera off because something was like not right. They increasingly get more and more annoying, and they keep repeating themselves. And someone who just repeats themselves because of alcohol, it's a huge trigger for me already because a few months prior to this, I had to jump off of a roof via a ladder that I used to have next to my bedroom window to escape an alcoholic. So like I am well versed in this already, but still very young and very naive. And I just go, okay, we're gonna go stop at a gas station. I need gas, and they were like, okay, I need to pee anyways. And I was like, okay. And then I noticed that they had this water bottle that I didn't recognize, and I noticed they're like slyly like pulling it in and out the side pocket of the car. We pull up to the gas pump, I park the car, they open the car door and they throw that water bottle that's still somewhat full into the trash can. And I'm watching in the rear view mirror as they walk into the gas station. And the second I see them get into the bathroom of the gas station, I open the car door, immediately just start bawling my eyes out, and I dig into the trash can, pull out that water bottle, and it is very much filled with tequila.
Wow, filled with
Mind you, this is when this person is
tequila.
supposed to start driving my car the rest of the way home.
Never
An
drink
hour
or
and a
drive.
half.
Never.
And they are now trashed, trying to hide it. So they're still in the bathroom, and I am like panicking. I am in fight or flight. Part two, now my friend thinks that they're about to get into my driver's seat of my car and drive my car for an hour and a half because they think that I can't tell that they are hammered. But I can tell, and I just found the water bottle. Like, once again, I have already dealt with so many alcoholics in this point in my life that I know all the tricks of the trade. I was just in denial that this person was one. While I'm waiting for them to come back out of the bathroom from the gas station, I'm on the phone with somebody like fucking hysterical trying to figure out what to do, and right as my friend comes to the driver's seat, I hang up on whoever I was on the phone with, roll down the window, and I go, I'm driving. There was a part of me that was so angry. They were about to put us both in that position. I think I put my glasses on to try to like hide my tears because I am really just trying to like regulate myself and not cause a goddamn scene. After we got home, we were just chilling out for a couple hours. One of my friends who was like genuinely just a very safe space for me was staying in LA at that time and was staying at a hotel down the street, and he was like, why don't you guys come and visit and like say bye to me before I leave? And I was like, honestly, I think I need that. So I'm still trying to figure out if I should like address things with my friend or not, but I was like, I'm just gonna try to like have them leave in peace. We get back in my car, we drive over, we hang out with my friend for a little bit. You know, at this point they're sober. So they're being normal.
They're sober at this point.
Stay calm. I'm like, okay, I can make it until the morning until their flight, like I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine. I'm always capturing the moment, even if the moment doesn't really need to be captured. And as we were leaving this hotel, I just took my phone out and I was just taking like 0.5 selfies of us just like strutting out the hotel door. The next morning we wake up, I drop him off at the airport, I come back home, my roommate had texted me and said, whose bottle of tequila is this on the counter? Because we had like no alcohol at that time. It was kind of like an ongoing joke that the only alcohol that we had was Celebrate rum. And now there's this mysterious giant bottle of tequila on our bar. And my roommate was like, that's not mine. And I was like, what? 20 minutes later, I get a text from my friend that we had visited the night before saying, did one of you guys take a bottle from my mini fridge because I just got charged like $200.
$200.
I then checked my camera roll, and in the 0.5 selfies that I'm taking of us leaving the hotel is them taking this bottle of tequila that neither of us saw them take. I'm taking a burst. So it's a burst of them sneaking this bottle of tequila under their long jacket, putting it between their armpit, and then putting their arm up, trying to like pose and hold their jacket for the pictures. Like I have a 0.5 burst of them stealing a bottle.
I just want to make it 100% clear that I'm not sharing these stories to make myself a victim or to shame somebody for addiction. Like addiction is an illness, and I was raised to try to save everybody and everything from everyone and everything I could. Like, I have really had to work on rewiring my brain the past few years to learn what it looks like to choose myself, and that you have to walk away from some people to be able to choose yourself. This is just one story from a large part of my life that I have not shared online, where these things keep me up at night still, because I thought I was a horrible person for not being able to save someone no matter what they were dealing with. I internalized it so much, and I completely lost myself. I damn near had no boundaries for
That's right.
like
she had no boundaries
21
for
years of my
herself.
life. If you
She had to
can
let some
relate
people
to
go.
anything in this, please just try to remember that you are not a bad person for getting to that point where you have to choose your peace and sanity over what somebody else is going through. But also, if you are someone who is struggling with addiction, just please know I'm wishing all of the healing and support in the fucking world your way every single day, and I am rooting for you. You are loved more than you know.
Alcohol really is an addiction for some people.
Get ready with me while I talk about how I got blocked by a super famous TikToker. Okay, so I feel like I need to give you a little bit of background for this. I started TikTok in 2019 when I was 14 years old. I basically started out doing POVs, which a lot of you guys may know me from. And if you go to my account, you'll see I have 1.2 million followers, all from my POVs. When I started POVs, they were not popular. Like, POVs did not become popular until 2020, and like I said, I started doing POVs in 2019. Basically, for those of you who don't know, my POVs were comedy skits. Basically, like
Comedy
POVs to the
sketch.
Pick Me Girl, POVs to next to the Hey Dylan Girl. Like, if you guys know, you know. They were very specific, and nobody was really doing POVs at the time I started doing POVs. Like, a very few amount of people were doing them. So fast forward to 2020, more people were doing POVs. It became kind of a trend and kind of popular, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And I started getting comments being like, hey, like, you're literally copying this girl's videos. And I was like, okay, whatever, like, that's weird. Like, I wasn't copying anyone's videos.
Okay.
Or I would get comments like, hey, this girl's content is, like, really similar to yours. And then people would tag her, but I couldn't click on the tag.
She couldn't click
And
on the
at the
tag.
time, I was like, whatever, like, I don't know, like, I didn't really think much of it. Like, it was just a couple comments here and there. Like, it wasn't anything
Okay.
crazy. Until my friend,
Until a
Alana, reached out to me and was like, hey, are you getting these comments too? Like, people are commenting on my videos saying I'm copying this girl and I can't click on her account, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, it was super weird. We were both, like, confused, but we didn't really, like, think much of it once again. Like, we were just like, whatever, like,
She didn't think much of
it's
it.
just like people being trolls or something. But as time went on, people kept commenting that, and I just got to the point where I was like, okay, like, I need to check this girl's account out, like, it's getting out of hand. So I checked this girl's account out. I had to make a whole fake account because I couldn't click on her at.
She couldn't click
So
on the
I
app.
figured I must have been blocked or something. Like, I was like, who is this girl? Like, I don't know who she is. And I started looking through her videos. And I'm like, wow, her videos are doing really good. Like, good for
start looking
her.
through
Like,
her
okay, now let's
videos.
watch some of them. And I kid you not, you guys, her videos were exact replicas of my videos.
Her videos.
Like,
That's
word
why
for
she
word.
blocked
Like,
you.
she would change
Word
a
from
couple
word.
words, but the whole POV was my POV. And you may be thinking, like, Katie, like, why is that a big deal? Okay, well, first of all, she obviously knew it was a big deal because she had to
She did.
block me in order to steal my content. So
To steal
she knew
her
what she was
content.
doing. And also, it was like, it's
Messed
one
up,
thing to
y'all.
steal someone's
Messed up.
content, but you gotta remember, I was making POVs, so I would make scripts, and those scripts would take me hours. Just to have another girl copy them and literally be getting millions of views.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I'm not kidding, this girl had millions of views from my content. And Alana's content. It wasn't just my content she was stealing, it was Alana's content too.
It was
And
her
who knows
content
how
she
many
was
other
stealing
girls.
too.
Or I guess creators, I should say. Alana ended up getting pretty mad about this and kind of called her out on her spam account, and then guess what happened?
What happened?
This creator blocked her spam account. So basically, this creator became
She
super
blocked his
popular
spam
and
account.
completely stealing other people's content.
This is a crazy story.
And today, she has millions of followers, and I mean millions. I'm not even gonna tell you how many, because I want you guys to, like, know who I'm talking about. But she literally has millions, and at least 3 million of those followers are from stealing my POVs and Alana's POVs.
Haha.
Well, guys, go. Does that get you started?
This is it for this video, y'all. These stories was like really like into like rest, and I think the story that got me was the woman from Baltimore and who got into that fight, and the woman's the woman when she went to the party and her mom like found out and she dragged her back in the house. Thank y'all for watching these with me. I appreciate y'all.